Hello YouTube, Bromo Par here. Batman Arkham Knight trailer came out, I think last week, maybe the week before. I don't remember exactly when I saw it. Taking me a while to get my thoughts organized. But holy fuck, what a trailer. It really did blow me away. There was some stuff I didn't like. For instance, the fight scene, like all the goons that attacked Batman were holding assault rifles when he shows up, and then like they drop one guy like literally drops his gun and picks up a baseball bat. I mean, how does that win out over an assault rifle? These guys must have been like, uh-oh, it's Batman. He doesn't like guns. I better not fight with this. Use a baseball bat instead, you know. There's the guy's got his head shoved through a car window. Glad I didn't use the gun. Had made him really mad. You know. So, I mean, I've got little gripes like that. There were a couple things, though, that really stood out in my mind about this trailer. And the first one was the GCPD. Usually, well, let me give you a little background first. I actually started, probably like a lot of people these days, specifically my generation. My Batman fandom began back in the 1980s with reruns of the Adam West World War TV show. Now, it was fun. As a kid, I recall enjoying it. I watched it for a little while, not very long. That stopped very, very shortly. You know, if you're interested, I moved on from Batman to Spider-Man, and then I moved on from that to, and again, this is all the TV shows. And then from Spider-Man on to Wonder Woman. And then from Wonder Woman on to Buck Rogers. And my comic book interest really kind of died after that for many, many years. But, yeah, it was with the Batman TV show that my Batman fandom started. And then I watched the Tim Burton movies, Batman Returns. People thought I would enjoy them. I got dragged into the theaters by friends and family. I didn't enjoy either one of them. Not when they came out. I couldn't get into them. It was all just silly to me. It was this whole other dimension that it really. Well, it was Tim Burton. It was just he tends to create movies like they're in an alternate reality of some kind, and it really bugs me. I want to see movies that look like they came from our dimension of reality, a little bit of fantasy thrown in. But whatever, that's a different topic altogether. Batman the Animated Series really rekindled my interest in Batman after that. And then later on, the Arkham franchise of video games is what really launched me back into the genre. I've got Arkham Asylum, played that. I've got Arkham City. I've played that I don't know how many times. I don't have Arkham Origins yet. I still want to get it, even though the reviews have been lackluster at best. And Arkham Knight, when I saw that trailer, I was just like, oh, fuck, there's going to be a new game, yes! So, yeah, I instantly watched the trailer, and going back to what I was saying about the TV show and the Tim Burton movies, the GCPD up till now has been just a department of incompetence. Idiots, morons, with guns. I mean, you know, don't hurt us, lady. You only make $11.50 an hour. You overpaid. You know, I mean, stupid shit like that. We don't see that in this trailer. We see cops who are genuinely outclassed, outgunned, outnumbered. The scene that stands out most in my mind is when, you know, Two-Face and his goons are going through the streets and got these cops surrounded, and you see in the background there's one cop, you know, trying to haul away an injured cop, and the second one, he's got his handgun and he's firing away. There's like 6 goons around, all have assault rifles, and this one cop is sitting there like, fuck it, I got it, you know, I gotta, you know, defend my partners, man. They're hurt. The only thing between these scum and them is me. All I've got is a handgun, but fuck it, I've got to hold the line. I've got to help these guys, and that is what that embodies the police. I mean, yeah, they can be outmanned. They can be outgunned. It's happened before. I mean, we have historical context in our own society where that kind of thing has happened. I mean, it's turned out a lot differently than Batman showing up, but I mean, you know, still, it can happen. And so this was much more centered in reality. I felt the GCPD in this case was much more sort of the desperate kind of, you know, we're doing the best we can. We're just getting our asses handed to us. You know, they're better than us. I mean, and that's really what I think in the world of comic books, when you get the supervillains, I mean, they're supervillains for a fucking reason. They're beyond humanity. You know, normal humans cannot go toe-to-toe with these guys. You need someone at least like Batman, who's at the peak physical training. He's got all the highest tech gadgets in the world. He's smarter than almost anyone on the planet. You know, you need someone like that to take these guys on. Your average Joe isn't going to be able to do it. And so it was really refreshing to see that. Now, the real meat and potatoes of this trailer, what blew me away was the narrative. It was the audio track that overlaid the whole thing, almost from start to finish. And it really begins. It really begins in the Batcave. Bruce Wayne is standing there in the light in the Batcave, getting ready to remove the mask that is Bruce Wayne and become Batman. And as that we see that scene, that opening scene. Well, actually, there's some stuff that happens before this, but where the narrative begins, where this particular narrative begins, in that instance, is the reading of the last will and testament of Thomas Wayne. And this blows open for me. The biggest impact this had is that it blows open for me at least a 25-year mystery, maybe even more than that, of why Bruce Wayne became Batman, why Bruce Wayne chose to put on the cowl and don the cape and fight crime. And the argument of, well, he's doing it for vengeance because his parents were killed, that never sat well with me. I mean, it happened when he was, 8, 9, 5, I hear different ages all the time. When he was a little boy, in grammar school, his parents were gunned down right in front of him. He survived. The crook lets him go for whatever reason. But, be that as it may, he sees this. He's traumatized by it. But, I mean, Batman, at this stage, he's in his 30s. I mean, Mark Bernardin said it better than I ever could. Come on, dude, you're 33 years old. You're still holding on to this? I mean, seriously, this guy should be mentally ill at this point. He should be clinically insane. He should be in fucking Arkham Asylum with the Joker and everybody, if that was really the case. It doesn't... I have a real hard time accepting the fact that, he's out for vengeance. So when I heard the will being read, and Thomas Wayne's wishes of Bruce Wayne, not just that he get all of the money and all of the wealth, and he get a seat on the board, and he take over Wayne Enterprises, it was so much more than that. The line that sticks out the most is, please use my wealth to help continue to build Gotham. Give back to the city that has given so much to us. That line really resonated with me. And that was kind of the beginning of the realization, sort of the moment. Yeah, Thomas Wayne is really concerned about Gotham. And you see that in the will. And it continues on later when he talks about, help the people, don't spend my money on cars and suits. And of course, they show the Batmobile, and he's putting on the bat suit as he's doing that. But throughout this video, throughout the reading of this will, is Thomas Wayne's impassioned plea to his son: please use this money for the betterment of Gotham. Now, if you've read any of the comic books, I've only read one, The Court of Owls. It's from the New 52. I have the collector's edition of The Mask. They actually talk quite a bit about the Wayne family history in Gotham in that book. Why it didn't dawn on me then, I don't know. I took this particular if you say that doesn't make any sense, that it would dawn on me in this trailer, but not when I read that book, I would agree with you. But that's how it worked. And so if you know anything about this book, spoilers, Alan Wayne features in it quite prominently. And before his death, he was actually helping to build Gotham. I think even talk about, if I remember correctly, he actually helped to build Wayne Tower, where Bruce Wayne ends up running Wayne Enterprises. So, having read that, and then hearing this will, hearing what Thomas Wayne is asking Bruce to do, it makes sense to me. Bruce Wayne is not the avenging angel in this case. He's not out for blood. He's not out for vengeance. You killed my parents, you fuckers. He's like, my dad wants me to carry the burden of the Wayne family because I am a Wayne. He does not want me to forget my family history. He does not want me to forget the legacy. I have got to do that. But with a city choked with crime, spending money isn't enough. I've got to stand in. Building buildings. Wayne Tower is just a building. He needed to create something that was bigger than him, bigger than his family legacy, something that was going to galvanize Gotham, something that no industrial project, no amount of investment in the city by itself could. I mean, he still does that. We see that in the New 52. He's got the Wayne Initiative. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but he wants to reinvest. He's revigorating, new construction of Gotham, new buildings, new jobs. All of these things to try and help lift people out of poverty. But of course, there's the criminal element of it. You got the Penguin, you got Two-Face, the Joker's running around, you got all these supervillains coming in, the Court of Owls, all just fucking shit up. And he's got to be, more than just the CEO of Wayne Enterprises. He has to be Batman. He cannot be Bruce Wayne until this cancer of crime that is choked and is killing his city, his beloved city, the city of his family, has to be dealt with. And that is, in his mind, the only way to do it. It's not frivolous spending what he's doing on the Batcave, on the suit, on the Bat car, which, by the way, is one flashing light on the hood away from being the 1960s 2000. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. I mean, the turbo boost, and it drives itself. He's got the little wrist communicator. Oh, wait, like, kid, come help me out. Gotta deal with Two-Face, Michael. All this other shit. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it totally made sense to me that this was not about revenge. If the Batman story really had nothing to do with revenge. Maybe at first, maybe way back when he was a kid, but he's way beyond that now. He is honoring his father's. The most important thing to him is he is honoring his father's last wish, and by doing so, upholding a family legacy. And it's a burden he has to carry himself. His father, his grandfather, their fathers before them, they all had the benefits of previous generations. Batman doesn't have that. He has himself and his friends, his peers, and that's it. And among them, I mean, Dick Grayson doesn't know how to run a company. He came from a circus. Barbara Gordon, Chief Gordon, sure, they're great friends. They're cops. Their families are cops. In a way, even though he's surrounded with allies, he really is alone. In his endeavor and his mission. I'm sure they all have the same goals, but Bruce Wayne has to carry on the family legacy. He has to carry that entire burden on his shoulders. And it makes so much sense now that I've read The Court of Owls, that I've seen this game trailer, I've heard the will of Thomas Wayne, and I've been able to put the two together. And it really opened up Batman for me in a way that I didn't think possible. I've never been a big Batman fan until now. It's really had my eyes open, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes. Arkham, I can't wait to see. It's coming summer 2014. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham. If you don't have any of those games, I say start from the beginning. That's just me. Arkham City is probably the best of the three that are out right now, by far. However you want it. If you don't have any of these games, whether you're a Batman fan or not, pick these fucking games up. They are really that good. Anyway, I'm Bro Mopar, and that's my view on things.